Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by for the Ag Report. Last week our team met with the participants in the Montana Agritourism Fellows Program, a collaboration of MSU, the Montana Department of Ag, and Western Sustainable Agriculture Research and Education. The fellows are working to strengthen the agritourism industry in Montana. One of the fellows, Tana Kanan of Glendive, told me agritourism is extremely diverse, from hunting and hiking to farm tours or direct marketing. But what it comes down to is increasing revenue for ag families and educating the public about agriculture.
For us, agritourism is combining our agriculture industry. We're a working cattle and horse operation, and we're bringing people on to experience our life and to educate them about that agriculture stuff. We all need added income streams, and this is a way that can be done. We are living in the last best place, and we are feeding the world. But do people understand where their food comes from? Well, one person or one family at a time, we are sharing that story as they come to our ranch.
If you're interested in learning more about agritourism, the fellows are hosting an agritourism conference in Bozeman on May 3rd. Well, the House Ag Committee laid out a roadmap to help relieve labor shortages affecting farmers and ranchers. The Agriculture Labor Working Group, they offered a report with recommendations on how to improve the H-2A guest worker program. The recommendations include streamlining the recruiting and hiring of H-2A employees, expanding the program to meet year-round needs, paying employees based on duties performed for the majority of their day, and reforming wage calculation standards to provide stability in farm worker pay rates. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you back here shortly for more ag news and the markets.
I represent a lot of what ranchers' wives are, where they marry into the family. Coming into established ranch, the expectations of that is just absolutely overwhelming. You know, there's always stress with all families, but when you're not dealing with the stress outwardly, it will definitely impact everyone inwardly. You may feel alone, but you're not alone.
Thanks for joining us back here for the Ag Report. The Montana stock growers are raising concerns with a proposal by the Fish and Wildlife Service that prioritizes natural processes over agricultural uses on National Wildlife Refuge lands. The rule also prioritizes the ability of the agency to introduce species and acquire private land. Being home to multiple national wildlife refuges, that's land grazed by many producers, that puts Montana at risk for experiencing negative impacts from the rule. The changes that could cause a loss of grazing land for producers and losing livestock if predatory species are introduced to the landscape. Montana stock growers emphasize that livestock grazing is beneficial for land health, habitat conservation, and rural economies. Well, a mixed week for the cattle market. The futures were sure lower, but cash markets continuing to march higher. Cash-fed cattle up $2 to $3, with live trade averaging $185, dressed at $293, with the top way up at $3 a pound. An exceptional feeder market at the Glasgow stockyards. Lighter end of the 5-weight steers topped out at $370, upper 5 weights averaged $319, 6 to 6.5 weight steers averaged $312, the heavier 6 weights at $287. The sheep market holding steady in a light test in Newell, with lambs from $239 to $248. The cull ewes bringing $72 to $78. And despite spending time near contract lows, wheat actually gained ground last week. That despite a not very friendly supply and demand report from USDA that saw U.S. ending wheat stocks raised, exports cut by 15 million bushels, and the average farm gate price estimate for the year reduced a nickel to $7.15. That's it for this morning's report. Thanks for joining us and have a great week.